planning from both sides, people. The war is starting next week between the royal guards, the king, and Gon and his gang. It's finally going down. So, in this episode, it was planning from both sides. You see from the royal guard side, a little bit with the king, or yes, and then as well with, like, Gon and the rest of them. Like, so when we see this, like, we see, like, the royal guard, like, when Neferpito got, like, talked to, like, the freaking king and saying, you knew about Kamugi, didn't you, getting attacked? I was like, oh shit. I thought, like, freaking the Ant King himself was gonna take her fucking head off then. I really thought, but he's like, nah, you just make sure it don't happen again, like that. I don't know if that was the king showing mercy or, like, I have no idea, like, what that was about, like, because normally the king does not tolerate kind of stuff, especially with, like, how he's feeling now about Kamugi. So was that something with his emotions? Was that something like that? And then as well, we see, like, the position, like, Poof is now, like, sort of, like, brainwashing people, while freaking, like, Neferpito is sort of manipulating the puppets and keeping an eye on everything on the castle. And then Yuppie, I guess he's just there, for, just flexing, I guess, flexing the muscles, in case anything goes down. It seems like the dust that Poof emits is like one of his abilities to manipulate people. Whether that's like a net ability or that's just something he naturally gets, we don't know yet. But when we see in this episode, freaking, like, you see the whole gang, like, you see, like, freaking Nov is his freaking hair completely white. He's pulling like a Yozo or whatever. All this stuff is gone because he's so stressed about this. And how does all these guys freaking repay him? Like, just goes in his, like, freaking dimension place, drinking all his beers, drinking all his snacks. I'm like, thanks, guys, you're a right bunch of fucking troopers. Like, while they're all there, like, freaking, like, being pretty, because these guys were, like, really low down in morale. Like, these guys were super down in the dumps. Like, it's like, Nov should have been there saying, you think you've got fucking problems like that? As he's, like, pointing to his ear, like, to his fucking hair and his eyebrow. Like, he's got so many fucking bags under his eyes. Like, Neferpito scared him to death with that stuff. And then another really good thing about this episode is that when the king himself went out, it seems like he's having such an identity crisis now with what happened. And then as well with Killua, apparently that it seems like he's fading away, which I'm wondering what that meant. Like, if what does that mean with his fading away? Like, it's like, does that mean his just presence isn't there? Does that mean his lower morale? But the king stuff with the identity crisis, I think there's gonna, like, before the fight goes down, I think, like, they're gonna ask, the king might just ask him, who am I, like that. Oh, if I see something like that, that'd be amazing. That's what I want to see. Overall, the episode ends with all of them leaving the dimension, saying, we're now about to start, we know our positions, let's go. Same thing with the ants as well, let's do this. It's a shame, I don't think we saw any, we saw, like, Kamugi just there at the Gungi board, but it was like, we didn't actually see her do anything this episode, which is a shame, because I've really grown to start liking Kamugi. It's just like, her relationship with the king, that is just one of the most interesting things right now with his development. But other than that, it was an enjoyable episode. I really did like it. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But that's all from me. And once again, thank you very much for watching. As always, remember, straight life, man. Sign out, and I'll see you guys next.